Well, with Arsenal searching in for CDM, even Declan Rice has gone ahead, obviously, add his voice to the already existing voice of Mikel Arteta and the side of Arsenal, because he has finally pronounced what he really wants to be like at the side of Arsenal. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you're watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name. I hope you guys are really having fun. And we are going to be talking Declan Rice and his preferred position and why he's calling in for other signings to be obviously put onto the table from the side of Newcastle, maybe Monaco, and so on and so forth. We thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Barakallahu fikum. Declan Rice, in an interview with the Standard Sport, he has told us that my game is being on the front foot. I love being on the front foot as a midfielder, anticipating passes. Listen to this, I hate having to be stuck in one position, and that is why in the last game against Denmark, I was really frustrated with myself because I couldn't get up to their midfield players. I don't want people to think I'm comfortable sitting in a position where I'm allowing opposition to play. With my season at Arsenal, I've been constantly wanting to be on the front foot, win balls high up the pitch. That's the mindset of the team as well, and I think we'll see tomorrow against Slovenia in the way we are going to approach the game and the way we are going to do it. Now, Declan Rice is a player who can play as a number 8 and a number 10. Sorry, a number 8 and a number 6. So, in such a position, we all come to a common understanding that a lot is really set to change in the way he plays, because that means he's sending an indirect message to Mikel Arteta that I want to be played as a number 8 and you better get in a CDM. For me, that's the hugest message I've gone here to get from this, because if you are Declan Rice and you've gone ahead obviously put out such a statement, it really gives us the real intent of you and how you want to be playing. If at all you want to be playing up the pitch, then, and you want to obviously go into the opponent's half, then you are not meant for this, because you are not meant to be played as a CDM. Why? For a CDM, patience is paramount. You have to be patient throughout. For a CDM, patience is paramount, and for Declan Rice, if he's making such a statement, then it is a message being sent over to the guy called Edu and Mikel Arteta. Please, can you get in a CDM? Get in a Bruno Guimaraes, all a Zubimendi, all a Fofana, all a João Neves, name it, because he believes that he has a lot to do so much in the up front side of the pitch. And when a player like him comes out and really makes a message like that, you really have to say to it that all goes on as well and all goes on well as planned. And for him and his team, I believe they're having the best that they really want to offer to the man called Arteta. And he's also sending a message to Gary Southgate that, please, if you can get a player into number 6 role, I can really do the needful and play as a box-to-box midfielder. And why is such coming into the mind of Declan Rice, and he's sending a message to Mikel Arteta and Edu that, please, get in a Guimaraes, always Zubimendi into the team of Arsenal, because I want to be played as a number 8. I think each and every time he played as a number 8, he looked more helpful to the club of Arsenal than he looked as a number 6, especially in the previously concluded season. You remember the games where he played as a number 8 and Jorginho played as a number 6, even when Thomas Partey returned, like in the last 5-6 games of the season, and Partey was being played into the CDM role, and Declan Rice took over the box-to-box role, and he went ahead obviously continue to score goals. And I think he has gone ahead to sit with his agent, and he has told him that maybe you have all what it takes to win a Ballon d'Or, and the Ballon d'Or effect is not only made when you're really acting as a CDM. In history, how many CDMs have you had that have gone ahead to win the CDM? Sorry, the Ballon d'Or and the FIFA World player of the year. I think you can remind me of some. I think the player that shocked the world that won it was Cannavaro. But for Declan Rice, he knows to eat that. To win that, you need to be having in goals and assists onto your ladder. And you remember last season, Declan Rice went ahead to obviously score. I think he had 6 goals in the Premier League, right? He had 7 goals in the Premier League and 8 assists. Those are 15 goal involvements. And then he had 1 assist in the Champions League. He never scored. So that is him. 7 goals and 8 assists in the Premier League. Meaning that if he's being played up the pitch a lot, Declan Rice will find himself scoring in very, very, very many goals that will excite him and obviously get into the records. Because nowadays, the more goals you score, the more chances of winning a Ballon d'Or, and the more chances of really getting in that huge money from Arsenal, and then also your name to be talked about by everyone in the world. Do you know that the most talked about people are the ones that really score very many goals? Have you noticed it? Those that come in through and obviously do lots of things and don't really score goals are hailed, but they don't step on the podium. Remember when Frank Lampard stepped on the podium, he scored very many goals and he really got himself on the podium. So, in my understanding, I believe Declan Rice is right. Maybe he feels like he should be played as a number 8, not number 6. And I think this call he has gone ahead to make is really important to both England and Arsenal. However much he has made it towards him playing against Slovenia tonight, I think even Arteta should pick a leaf, because we've gone ahead to see lots of things happening at Arsenal when Jorginho or Thomas Partey are playing in the CDM role and Declan Rice playing to the box-to-box role where Granit Xhaka went ahead to excel. And I think he has backed himself with lots of reasons, and I don't know whether you guys agree that he should play it as a number 8, as he's really claiming. So, all that and more about that into the comment section below. And who do you think should be the perfect CDM to come in through and let all and enable Declan Rice thrive in everything he's doing? Now, let's go to Declan Rice again. There is a journalist, James McLean, says that he's overrated, and Declan Rice said, "Do you know what? I played with James for Ireland for 3 games and I got onto with him really well. I'm not going to sit here and slag him off. I thought he was a really good guy. When I left Ireland to come to England, I had a few things he was obviously not happy about. He made comments a few years ago. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit here and say anything about him. He's had a great career himself. I think he's coming to the end of his career now. He's got over 100 caps of Ireland. It would be easy for me to sit there and say something back to him. But, like I said, we are at opposite ends of our careers now. He's 35 and I'm 25. I've known him. I've played with him. He's entitled to his own opinion. And I've had to fight a load of those opinions from other people before." He also said, "It might be a bit of bitterness towards me not playing for Ireland, but I've not got a bad word to say about him. To be honest, I see the comments, but I don't try to put too much energy into it. It's what it is, and you move on. You live and learn." That's what Declan Rice went ahead to say. Now, for Declan Rice being referred to as overrated, I believe people haven't gone ahead to keep a keen eye on his game. Declan Rice is a very good player, I tell you. He's a very good player. And what shows that you're good? When all the top clubs in the world are really on your neck when you're going to make your transfer. You remember Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, almost 7 top teams in the world were looking in for the signature of Declan Rice, and that shows you how good the player is. And that's why I've always come out and said that it always looks very pessimistic when a player is wanted by only one big team. What shows that a player is really good is the number of big teams that are really interested in him. For example, look at Olise. Before he completed his move to Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Bayern Munich. You understand? Close to 5-6 big teams we are looking at him. Let's look at Kai Havertz before he crossed to Arsenal. You know, Real Madrid wanted him, Bayern Munich wanted him, Arsenal wanted him, you know. So, very many big teams were interested in signing him. That shows you that he was really a very good guy. And they wanted to obviously take him to where they believe he deserves to be. You understand? Gabriel Jesus, Real Madrid, Juventus, Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, Arsenal all needed to sign him. I'm just showing you the players that Arsenal have wanted to sign in lately. When you look at Julian Timber, Man United, you know, Arsenal wanted him and very many other teams all over the world. And Arsenal went in and won the race. When you look at, for example, Benjamin Šeško, who really said, I'm going to stay at RB Leipzig, you knew the teams that were in the queue to sign him: Arsenal, Man United, PSG, Chelsea, Bayern Munich. You understand? If the player has lots of interest from big teams, it is like a confirmation that he's that good. And I tell you, the player called Declan Rice is that good, and that's why very many teams wanted to sign him. And even Erik ten Hag came out and gave him his flowers, that you've gone ahead to see what Declan Rice has gone ahead to do for the club of Arsenal. The other guy that gave him his flowers was Ian Wright. He said in his own words that for what Arsenal has gone ahead to do to close in on the side of Man City and obviously put themselves in an ilk of really fighting for the trophy until the last day, of the season, all efforts and all credits have to go to the man called Declan Rice. So for me, everyone who is saying that Declan Rice is overrated, I think that's your opinion, but try to be objective and you'll get the best of the best that you'll ever want to get. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. I call upon for your reactions into what Declan Rice has gone ahead to say. He has called in for Arsenal to get in a CDM because it looks like he's not ready to play as a CDM for Arsenal next season. He wants to be playing in a more advanced role at the club of Arsenal, like he is saying for the club of England in there for you. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. You know, and continue to subscribe because we want to hit 22,000 subscribers, and let's see that milestone being hit in a nick of time here onto the Rokani Media Football. It has been the Arsenal News Show, strictly talking Arsenal, nothing else, and the Euros are really on, and England is playing in the next 1.5 hours from now. Bye-bye. I can't wait for your reactions into the comment section below about what Declan Rice has gone ahead to say.